It's Bondzee Live. Streaming with Bondzee on YouTube.
Who the heck are you?
What are you talking about? I'm Santa Claus.
No, you're not.
Why, of course I am.
Well, if you're Santa, what song did I sing for you on your birthday this year?
Happy birthday, of course. So, how old are you, son?
4.
You're a big boy. What's your name?
Paul.
And what can I
Paul,
get you for Christmas?
Don't tell him what you want. He's a liar.
Let the kid talk.
You disgust me. How can you live with yourself?
Just cool it, Zippy.
You sit on a throne of lies.
Look, I'm not kidding.
You're a fake.
I'm a fake?
Yes.
How'd you like to be dead? Huh? No, he's kidding.
You stink.
I think you're gonna have a good Christmas, all
You
right?
smell like beef and cheese. You don't smell like Santa.
Okay, good.
Oh! He's an imposter! He's a fake! He's a fake! I swear! He's a fake!
It's Bondzee Live. Streaming with Bondzee on YouTube.
God bless it. Hey, there's probably, if there's one greater movie in the world, it's maybe National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, but I don't know. Elf is just, it's one of those magical movies. You can watch it any time of the year and it makes you just laugh your ass off. How are you? It's Tripping with Bondzee on YouTube it's Bondzee Live on Tripping with YouTube and the Dean Blundell Network. It's still freezing cold in Edmonton, Alberta. We are in for a hell of a shocker here. Thank Christ I'm not here much longer. By much longer, I think where are we at? Less than 2 weeks. January 3rd. Mark it on your calendars, folks. Old Bonzarelli is coming home to Ontario. How long, you ask? About 6 weeks. So buckle up, sign up, if you will, because Bondzee is going to be getting a pad, a crib somewhere in the, I don't know, somewhere between Hamilton and Aurelia. I don't know where yet, but it'll be my home base. And then we're going to be branching out. We're going to, got to go see my boy Brad Hopper in Kingston. We're going to do a live show from the firefighting station up there. We're also going up to the Pembroke region and to Kelowna to see my boy Jamesy and do a copious amount of mushrooms up there. I got to meet my boy Jamesy. Jamesy's co-host from the Dean Blundell Show. You can catch it there Monday to Friday. It's going to be, it's honestly, I'm looking so forward to coming back to Ontario. I was going to say Hamilton, but Hamilton is where we're going to get started. My boy Lindley, God bless him. He's going to pick me up at the airport and we'll spend a few days there. I was told to buckle up. We're going to eat some fine cuisine. And I called him out on his pizza because I went out on a limb a little while ago and said I had the best pizza ever, which I did. I really did. I did. And it was in California at Universal Studios. The place is called at Blaze Pizza. It's the greatest pizza I've ever had. Anyways, so Lindley's like, I've already ordered, special ordered the tomatoes from Italy. I've got the fresh garlic coming from Italy as well and all. It's like, buddy, I don't care what you do. You can put together this pizza. I'm not quite sure it's going to be as good as the Blaze Pizza I had. Just saying. All right, folks, before we go any further, I haven't even started this show. It's not Jerk Bondzee. Fuck off. I'm not even, I might have had a shot or two today. But listen, I'm just happy to be, I'm not happy to be at a Lachlan's house. That came out wrong. What I meant to say was I'm happy to be out of Locke's house without having smashed any dishes, glasses, did not spill any red wine over any of the carpets. Deb is going to be super impressed when she gets back and go, she's actually, because she was terrified. Lachlan Croft, who the hell is this Bondzee hooligan that's coming to stay at our house? I've never even met him. I don't know him. What is he going to do to our house? Is he going to masturbate? Or is he going to have all these girls on her? What's he going to do? Anyways, steady Eddie, not a big deal. Made sure everything was tickety boo. Shoveled the driveway today. We got it all taken care of. I made sure that, look at this. Like, I went above and beyond, okay? Snowblowed, shoveled, salted. His daughter's coming home from Toronto today. It's a pretty big deal. She hasn't been home in a while. She got a nice path to the front door. She got a nice path to the back door. And then she's going to come home to some lovely gifts today, courtesy of Bondzee. Because nobody wants to come home to an empty, dark house. Parents aren't even there. They're in fucking Europe, the other sister. And she's like, just poor me, home alone in my dark house. No, she came home with gifts today. Balloons, bottle of strawberry gin, not a big deal. She's a gin fan. And then a really nice Christmas card. And I hope that made her day and her arrival. And listen, it was an awesome experience at Locke's house. Wade, of course, you missed a spot. Listen, I couldn't fucking sit there and scrape all day. Motherfucker has a job too, okay? But I did the best I could. Anyways, I'm thankful nothing broke. I didn't smash his car. Not that I drove it much. I was sick, everybody knows. And then I was just doing my voice work and just making sure everything was hunkered down and tickety-boo at the old Lachlan Cross house. And it was, okay? I pulled it off, sliding out of there like I'm Tom Cruise in that old movie that he was in. I can't remember the name of it right now, but that's how he slid out of Locke's house. Smooth, sailed in like that, sailed out like that. The house was as I found it. So... But I'll tell you one thing. I got a great story for you today. So yesterday and today, it snowed like a mofo here in Edmonton. And so yesterday I went out, I did the old that snowblower thingy and shoveled it all up nice, right? Those pictures were from yesterday. And then today, of course, it snowed. I woke up to like 3 more inches of snow today. So I had to get the snowblower out again because I wanted to make sure Natasha came home to a like nice driveway and everything. So I did it all again today. And so while I was out there, I had the snowblower, and I would have done this anywhere I was. My own house, if I was at my parents' house, I always do the neighbors, like left and right of the house. It's what you do, right? No, it's not if you're Lachlan Cross, apparently, because his fucking neighbors hate him more than anything. He hates them too, so it's a reciprocal thing. Anyways, old Bondzarelli. Nobody hates me. Well, there's a few out there, I guess, but most people don't hate me. Anyways, I snowplowed their walkways, their entrances to their dry, like where where the plow comes by. I got rid of all that shit. Was that guy. Anyways, I had to leave this morning once I did all my snowblowing duties. Took Tucker to go get a bath this morning at this. I found this pet store down the street. It's like 5 minutes away. You pay $10. You can stand there in a level high bath thing, or like standing thing where you can bath your dog. $10. Anyways, I got to give him a huge shout out because I went to pay the $10 afterwards. And before I get to this, I have to say, so when I was leaving to go get this, to take Tucker for a bath, the neighbor to the left of Locke, if you're looking out from his front door, I'm sailing them right down the road right now. But the guy to the left, he's like, he stopped me. He's like, and he's like, did you do this? I'm like, yeah, I sure did, sir. And he's like, oh, God bless you, son. Have a Merry Christmas. He's like, that fucker Locke he's lived here forever. Not once has snow plowed my sidewalk and driveway. So sorry, Locke. I totally did sail down there. I know he's sleeping right now, but he will see this. So his neighbors, I smoked a joint with the guy. He loves me. He hates Locke. It is what it is. Listen, I'm going to be Locke's new neighbor before you know it. Hi, Deb. I'll be waving from next door. At least Locke will like 1/4 of his neighbor that will be living next door. Shit, where were we at? Anyway, and then I took Tucky to get this bath at this coolest place. So you go in there and bath it. They got all the shampoos. Then they got the towels. Then you got the nice air drying thing for your dog and everything. It's like it's a doggy spa, but you do it yourself, and it's $10. $10. So the lady I go up to pay afterwards, and she goes, "Oh, phone number, sir, for the system." And I'm like, "Nah, I'm not from here. I don't live here. I'm just a guest." And she's like, "Oh, so it's your first time?" I was like, "Yeah, fantastic service you offer there. That's great. Thank you so much." She's like, "Oh, well, sir, even though you don't live here, everybody that comes here for the first time with their dog and baths them, it's free." I'm like, wow, that's amazing. So what did I? I paid for it anyway. I give a tip as a nice ladies because that's what you do. Merry Christmas to them. And Tucker's all fluffy and soft. Look at him laying over there. He's excited to go see his grandpa and his nana. He loves them. So we're coming. Sarge, old Sarge, buckle up. Sonny, Gregory's coming home. Gregory Scott, I thought I got bloody rid of you. I thought you were going to mass for like years on end. Thought you were gone. Yeah, man, but I missed you so much in 9 months alone. Yeah, I need entertainment. I need more. So I'm coming home. Oh, Bondzee's coming home. It's got to be a song for that somewhere, right? Somebody write me some lyrics, will you? All right, coming up on the show tonight. Oh, on the show tonight, I haven't even got to this yet, have I? Yeah, we're only, 20 minutes in before we introduce the sponsor. That's awesome. Oh, we were late, though, 5 minutes, so 15, so fuck off. Show's brought to you by Positive Mike's Brewing. This is shit. And I'm so disappointed today, and I know Positive Mike made fun of me. Today was the day. Today was the day. Bondzee was going to have his Bondzee Scheme, his nice fancy new beer named after him. It was going to be delicious. It was. Guess what? I left it in Locke's fridge. God damn it. So all I can hope is Natasha didn't drink it because I bought her a bottle of gin, for Christ's sakes, for Christmas. So hopefully she drank that, left my Bondzee Scheme in the fridge. I'm going to hightail it over there tomorrow or the next day. We'll grab it up because I got to try my own beer. All right. And so thanks to Positive Mike for that. I'll make sure I get it. And if not, I know Positive Mike said he's going to make an extra special delivery over to Army Chris's tomorrow. Don't tell anybody. It's awesome. Glad Glassy's getting some scent too. So listen, folks, Positive Mike's Brewing where it's at. If you're in the Edmonton area, make sure you hit up my boy. He'll help you out. You can't really buy it yet, but it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. But what you can do is you can buy the merch. So much great stuff. Go check it out. It's Positive Mike's Brewing, and I can't wait to have my Bondzee Scheme beer. It's a touch of habanero. It's a touch of mango. It is, and it'll be nothing but delicious. It will be. Show's also brought to you by Shakespeare's Fine Dining, Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. Classy was right. He's like, is Bondzee going to remember? Is he going to remember? So I had a couple shots of Fireball. It doesn't send me over the edge or anything. I'm just feeling fine. All right. It is what it is. It is. Shakespeare's Fine Dining, Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. Go check it out. It's the best surf and turf you'll ever have. The holiday hours are pretty much over as of tomorrow. If you don't have a reservation by now for tomorrow, you're probably fucked. But what you can do is you can go call them up, roll over there tomorrow. Maybe even just get hold of them online, and you can buy the gift certificates online. Put one of those under your tree or in your loved one's stockings. They will not be disappointed. It's the best steak and seafood and scallops, if you ask me, ma'am. The best Caesar salad I've ever had. Hands down, it is. All right. Got the sponsorship out of the way. What else? Here's what's going on. So like I said, I finally escaped Locke's house. Didn't bust a thing. Didn't spill any red wine. Didn't fuck up his computer or anything like that. So we're all good there. I did forget I own 2 pairs of shoes. Running shoes for working out, and then a pair to kick around and wear with some jeans, if you will, so I don't look like an idiot wearing the same running shoes that I worked out in, rolling around with some jeans on. Not that I fucking go anywhere anyway, so it doesn't matter. But I left 2 pairs of shoes over there and my Bondzee Scheme beer. So fire over there tomorrow. A Fireball. How can you give gross throw up face to Fireball? That's Positive Mike's Brewing. Now Fireball's the shit. In fact, what's your name? Well, Army Chris is listening downstairs. What's your name? I'm only in his studio. You should bring us up a Fireball and we'll do one for a cheers. And thank you for letting me use your studio. I know he's on that already because that's the type of guy he is. Just a all-around nice fella. He is. All right, let me get to my notes here. Oh, guess what I'm doing tomorrow? Going to the West Edmonton Mall. I am. I've never been there, which is kind of shocking because I've been to Edmonton a couple times. I was 19, 20. I came here. My first ever Rolling Stones concert. Saw them here in Edmonton. It wasn't one of them touristy trips. You got in a bus from Banff hightailed it up here. Party bus extraordinaire. Got royally fucked up. Watched the Stones all the way back. So I didn't really get to go to West Edmonton Mall. Then I came here with my parents when I was 20. I was working at the Banff Springs Hotel. Parents came here for to visit their son. They miss me. And and then we came up to Edmonton. We did the whole tour. We went through to the Jasper ice fields, spent some time at Jasper Park Lodge, and then we came here to Edmonton. But for some strange reason, we never made it to the mall. And anyways, I guess to say you got to see it, you got to do it. I'm one of them touristy fellas, if you will. I've been on the road for 9 months, touristing about the United States of America. So now I'm in my home country, and I got to go check out the West Edmonton Mall. Plus, security there is badass. I love watching them. Maybe we'll get lucky tomorrow. I'll have the phone fully charged, and maybe we can see some a takedown or two from these anti-masker fucks who go in there and think they just own the place. Be fucked if I'm getting some floor licking glassy. You settle down. I understand and abide by the rules. I'm not a doucher, okay? Like my boy, that idiot Chris Sky and the rest of his hooligans. Like, fuck, dude. Nobody likes to wear the mask. We're sick and tired of it. We all are, for sure. But you got to wear it to go inside and do your fucking due diligence, do your shopping. Just wear your goddamn mask. Don't be one of these heroes. Oh, I don't have to wear a mask. I'm going to go in there and look like a tough guy. Guess what? Your tough guy ass is going to get tossed right out, especially in the West Edmonton Mall. It is. It's my new favorite line of the night. West Edmonton Mall. It is. Who would have thought? It's pretty funny, eh? All jokes aside, but who would have thought that we'd be smoking weed at a family gathering, but the illegal part would be the family gathering. Well, Fordsy's going up. If you're an Ontarian, like I am, he's heading up to the cottage, or he's at the cottage actually. Now he'll be up there because nobody would want to be at his house right now either. I don't know if you guys have seen the video. We don't have any of it, but we played it incessantly on Dean Blundell's show. You can go catch all the replays on his YouTube channel. Been there most of the week and all last week. It's been awesome. And old Fat Fordsy's up in his cottage, and all these losers are protesting outside his house. Do you seriously not have anything better to do? It's Christmas. Okay, you don't want to get your vaccine and stuff, but do you really have to waste your fucking time protesting out the premier's house? Like, spend time with your kids, you fucking losers. Put the pack of smokes aside. Put the booze down. The flask. Leave Doug Ford alone, or whatever his name is, Robsy, or I can't even keep up. But just leave Fat Fordsy alone. It is what it is. This shit's not going anywhere. You are just your own worst enemy. Go smoke your smokes at home. Spend it with your kids, and stop protesting and wasting people's times. You don't even have cars or driver's licenses, for Christ's sakes. Just go home, okay? Just go home. All right. New Year's Eve. I can talk about this. Bondzee will be moonlighting. This is pretty funny. Old Bondzee will be moonlighting on 95.7 Cruise FM with Lachlan Cross, host of the morning show, The Locker Room. James P. White, our little midget buddy, will be there as well. And I will be filling in for the other fella who can't make it. So it's pretty exciting times. We're all renting or buying, I guess, these powder blue tuxedos. We go for our fittings on the 30th. So you can join us on, it will be streamed live on 95.7.com on their website for audio. And then if you want to see the video of all the shenanigans too, more details to follow. We're still working it out. It was going to be some app, and now it might be restreamed. So stand by. But all I know is, join us, me, Lachlan Cross, James P. White, 95.7 Cruise FM, New Year's Eve. It's 6 hours of all request, call in, just pure shenanigans. It'll be a great time. All right, folks, without further ado, I'd like to welcome my guest tonight. Just let me get to my notes here. There we go. My guest tonight, he's been in radio a long time. He's out west. He's currently rocking it at K96.3 in Kelowna, BC. Without further ado, I'd like to welcome to you, Brad Karp. Sorry, I almost called you crap. Brad Karp. It's Brad Karp.
Happens to the best of us, Bondzee.
How are you, man?
Oh, can't complain. Just got my last workout in before the new restrictions come into effect tomorrow night. So tried to get 3 weeks of working out in 3 hours. Not very fun.
Right. So, well, we're going to get into all the restrictions out in BC and stuff. So, do you have a home gym? Or are you going to be able to get by that way, or it'll be the old school way, like push-ups, sit-ups, the planks? Where are we at?
Yeah, we're going Russian old school. This is my home gym. You're looking at it. That's right there.
There it
So,
is.
It's in the
Yoga mat. So a
bedroom.
lot of planks, a lot of push-ups. You're right. The Russian workout.
Yeah, a lot of tears, mostly tears.
Right. So, well, listen, welcome to Bondzee Live on Tripping with Bondzee on YouTube and the Dean Blundell Network. How long have you been in the radio industry, Brad?
God, 10 years, a
That
decade.
long
Yeah,
now,
started,
You
yeah.
don't even look like you are old enough to be in the radio industry 10 years.
Well, thank you. Someone told me that I look like I'm 40 the other day, and I'm turning 31 in a month. So that just about killed me on the inside.
Well, speaking of that, I was at a store yesterday. This is a true story, and it usually goes the other way because I just spent 9 months in the States where they ID you everywhere for alcohol. It doesn't matter whether you're 19 or 21, you got to be, or 61. They're IDing you. I was just at Value Village yesterday shopping for some vintage teas where I found this Easy Top one. Thank you very much. And I got asked if I qualified for the senior discount.
And I'm like, well, did you say yes?
She caught me off guard, Brad. And I was like, by seniors discount, how old do you have to be for that? And she's like, 55 to 60, sir. And I'm like, I wanted to fight her. Actually, I never wanted to fight a girl ever in my life, but I was like, bitch, seriously, do I look 65 right now? I didn't have the toucan. I got the bald head. I was told I look a lot younger now that I shaved my head. And I was just, maybe it was the little gray in the beard. I don't know, but I still turned down the qualification. I was offended, Brad. I really was.
Well, you know what? My Jewish grandfather would have been very upset with you. So I'll be upset with you on it.
Should have taken the 20% discount when I
take the discount wherever you can, man. You look old. You can use the money, save it, and use it for moisturizer. But
dude, the fucking t-shirt was $5.95. I'm pretty sure I could do without the 20% discount.
Penny saved is a penny earned.
This is true. I did get Lachlan Cross a Bud Light t-shirt because he's a big Bud Light fan. So for Christmas, I got him. I got him a case of Bud Light. I did, but I also got him a Bud Light t-shirt from what is it called? Value Village. Nothing says Merry Christmas like a t-shirt from Value Village.
Man, the Value Village finds lately have been really good. I don't know what it is about the pandemic. I found legitimate 1990s Austrian ski team full uni.
No way.
And the jacket and everything. It's packed away in storage. I wish I had. I should have worn it for the podcast. That would stupid of me. But like legit on the inside, it had a little marker where you can mark down your blood type in case you died on the hill. So $17, best $17 I ever spent.
No doubt. Listen, all jokes aside, I am a big fan of Value Village. It's amazing how you could go there and get some badass vintage t-shirts, pretty cool jeans too. I'm not going there for the toques and the hats and other stuff like that or socks. It's the best is the underwear rack. Could you ever imagine walking out of there with a bag full of fucking worn underwear from Value Village?
Scratch and sniff at the underwear rack. Bondzee, you're missing out, man. The scents in there are unbelievable.
I guess I never look at it. You're always looking at the cup half full. I'm kind of looking at Value Village cup half empty, if you will.
You're a little too negative. I know 2021's been a hard year, Bondzee, but next time you go to Value Village, scratch and sniff the underwear section. Will change your life.
Fuck, I guess it will. I never even looked at it like that. Listen, man, you're a blast. So tell me, you've been in the radio industry 10 years. Are you one of those guys that started in like the shitholes? Like I have come to understand you have a history with Fort McMurray. Not that I'm dissing on Fort McMurray for my friends up there, because I do have friends there, but is that where you got started?
No, I didn't start there, but if you diss Fort Mac, I'll fucking fight you, Bondzee, right now. No, I started in Thompson, Manitoba, which is 8.5 hours north of Winnipeg. And you're 4.5 hours from any other place that qualifies as something remotely akin to a city. 14,000 people, mining town. The year that I moved there, they were the violent crime capital of Canada, the murder capital of Canada, the sexual assault capital of Canada. and I think a few other things. It
Sounds
was
like a lovely place to
yeah,
live.
it was it was a terrible, terrible. I loved it. I was there for 11 months. It was good to me, but it was a scary place to live. And I moved there from Montreal, right? Like big city kid from the burbs, moved out there, 19 years old, packed up my little Mazda Protege. At the time, you didn't have Google Maps on your phone, so I map quested it and printed out the directions because it was like 2010.
Old school.
And then you drive 5 days west, and then you get to Winnipeg, and the direction says turn right and head north for 9 hours. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Accurate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Drive 6 hours up the highway, middle of nowhere. Haven't seen a gas station for 3 hours. I've got like a quarter of a tank left, and they're doing road construction. It's the middle of the summer. And they've got it down to alternating one lane on the highway. And I get stopped at the front of the line with the signal guy. And I roll down the window and ask him, like, I got to be close to Thompson, right? And he just started laughing at me. He said, no, buddy, you got 2 more fucking hours to go. And I was like, oh, shit. So roll into this small town, mining town, smokestack in the middle of it. It was a pretty tough place. Saw some weird shit. Yeah, it was.
Wow,
but
that's where you got you learned your chops out there
Yep.
in the middle of nowhere. So how long did that take before you got to move on up to well, there's you hold them. That's listen, I'm no animal expert, but that looks like a moose leg to me.
Yeah, correct. You're right, Bondzee. So I did a year in Thompson, and it was a family-owned company. They owned 3 radio stations in northern Manitoba, and then I transferred to their station in the Paw, and I was doing play-by-play for their junior A team, the OCN Blizzard. Nice. Jordan Tutu played for them. Steve McIntyre played for them. At one point, they were one of the best teams in the country. Check out the inspirational writing on the wall above my head as well. That was pretty neat. And in northern Manitoba, they have a tradition where if the team wins a big playoff game, they throw a moose leg on the ice. So
wow,
Buddy snuck a moose leg in. He actually wrestled it away from his brother's junkyard dog on his front lawn, walking to the game, and snuck it in with a garbage bag and chucked it on the ice with a couple minutes left in a 6-3 game. So fantastic.
Yeah. And now it's all yours.
Yeah, and it was all mine. Well, and I cursed the team too because I posed for that picture. And they lost. That was game 6. They won. They lost game 7 on the road. And then the team was on the Opaskwayak Cree Nation reserve. And then we go back to OCN. And the next day I'm in the mall on the reserve just doing some team stuff. And normally there's a little table where all the elders would sit and shoot the shit and gossip and, talk about the hockey team, whatever. And then I went to go sit chat with them and they kind of looked at me and they said, no, not today. And I was like, what did I do wrong, guys? Like, I'm not a player on the ice. I didn't, I'm just the fat radio guy in the stands. Leave me alone. And they said, well, you cursed us. You took a picture with the moose leg and you desecrated the spirit of the animal. I was like, fuck, I'm just a white kid from Montreal. I don't know shit.
Right? I didn't fucking know the rules.
Yeah, I just somebody should have told you.
Yeah. Well, I thought it was pretty brave of you to stand under that sign with the moose leg and have if you could put that up one more glass. What does that say again? Something about balls, bring your own.
Yeah, we supply everything but the balls, bring your own. And I didn't bring my own, so I shouldn't have been allowed in the room.
Apparently not. So how long did it take them for them to forgive you? Or did they?
They never really did. The next season, my boss threatened me with a taser a couple times on the bus on the way home from a road game. It's like 2 a.m. on a Tuesday, sleeping on the bus. And
so have they won since, or does this curse still exist?
No, they have not. They haven't won since.
Oh, no. Fuck, dude. You are...
Yeah, I'm bad luck. I'm bad juju. Legit. Then I moved to Fort Mac. Oh my God, Glassy, where did you mine these from? Holy cow!
Look at that.
Look at the dildo microphone. Nothing more awkward than interviewing
what
a 17-year-old.
Is up with those things? I'm surprised they even let you in with those.
I know, with the dildo microphone. It was bad.
Yeah, that's a pretty fancy, almost like a little Jufro you got going on there. It's all nice and tight and curly. Good for you, bud. Rocking
Thank you. I can rock it pretty good when I want.
So you finally escaped that hellhole. Where do you end up after that? And how long did it take you to escape there?
Yeah,
I mean, so leave there to get to your new job.
I was in northern Manitoba for 2.5 years, and then after my boss threatened me with a taser twice while I was sleeping on a bus, I decided I didn't want to work there anymore, which they found really shocking.
Kidding.
So I left at the Christmas break and I just moved back home into my mom's basement at 23 in my bedroom with no windows. So
I've been there, mister. We've all done it. Believe me, I was even back there at 47, so don't feel too bad.
I can't wait for turn number 2, 46. Here we come.
Yeah, it's a real thing.
Yeah. Well, the cooking was good at least, but hard to bring girls home.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. So I moved back home for about a year, worked a couple of radio sales gigs that just didn't work out, and then wound up getting a job doing afternoon news in Fort Mac with Country 93.3 and Rock 97.9, a couple of Rogers stations. And that was the beginning of, really a lot of the good stuff that I've been able to do in my career and a lot of the good things that happened to me and where I met Glassy, most importantly, the greatest giraffe the world has ever seen.
He's a piece of work, isn't he? This Glassy fella. Let's bring him in. And like, so tell me about it. How do you meet Glassy?
What's going on? Welcome to my show.
Yeah,
it's on yours.
Small world.
Yeah.
So you meet Glassy in Fort Mac. How long did you guys work together, and what was that like? Is it a pain in the ass?
How long was I there until you got booted, Glassy?
Till I got my brown envelope. I think a year and a half, maybe 2 years. I think, yeah. About that.
Yeah, I remember the first day I walked in the front doors.
I remember that too.
And go up at reception desk, and Jen said, "Oh yeah, Glassy, he's the office manager. We'll show you around." And then he poked his head out of the office, and like his neck was like 9 feet. He almost licked my eyeball from where his desk was. Yep. And
Bondzee came to realize that about a week ago when.
Well, he's a weird put together motherfucker.
Yeah,
he's like a fucking racehorse in the sense that he's got these legs that are super tall. Then there's like this torso that's weird proportion, and then there's this neck that's about 3 feet long, and then this little head on top. And he's a tall drink of water. He is.
Yeah, when he changes a light bulb, he changes it with his tongue. Actually, It's pretty impressive to watch.
Yeah.
So he showed me around the office, and he was trying to play professional for like an hour and a half. And I thought, wow, this guy's an office manager. He's in management. And then I think a day later, he showed up in a onesie, and I was like, okay, he's.
I have that photo somewhere too. Shit.
Yeah.
We'd rather not see you in a onesie, Glassy. No offense. I'll do my listeners and friends a favor. So what was it like working in Fort Mac is a pretty big deal. I know it's like I've got a ton of friends that have been up there, still up there, as a matter of fact. It's a different way of life in Fort Mac, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. The best people that you'll find, just because the thing about McMurray is no one's moving there for the glamorous lifestyle. Let's call a spade a spade. It is 5 hours north of Edmonton.
It ain't no fucking Hollywood or anything like that.
No, it's fucking cold. The only there's 19 Boston pizzas. I don't know where there's so many Boston pizzas in one small town. No sense. They had 2 Montanas and 2 Boston pizzas in a town of 90,000 people at one point. It blew my mind. But you move there to work hard and to make something yourself. And every person you meet that moves there has the same story of, I moved here with $200 in my pocket and the clothes in my suitcase, and now I have a home and a family and kids, and we can go on vacation, and I've been able to make a life for myself. So it's a community of people who move to a place to make something themselves, and a lot of them came from really poor communities out east where they and their families grew up living on EI and on welfare, and working seasonal jobs and not really being able to make ends meet or ever get ahead. So when you get 90,000 people who are all kind of thinking the same way together, it makes for a pretty unique place, and people, they work hard. Yep. Fuck, do they party hard there too? Jesus. Jesus. So much cocaine. Oh man.
That's it, right? Like they do work hard there. It's the oil fields, it's the industry, it's the Mecca up there, and there's a lot of money, and they do work hard. I was up there briefly. My boy Ryan Newton's watching. He worked up there for many years. And then I've got so many other friends that are still there or have been there. And those guys work hard. But when they get off after that 3-week stint, buckle up because it's on. They got a pocket full of money. They are raring to go. And it's a cycle. So when there's a new crew going in, that old crew's coming out, and they're coming in hot. And that town is it's a party, eh?
Yeah. There's a party every night. There's never, if you're looking for a party, someone's always partying because someone's always on short change, or they're on their, they're working at 21 and 3. So you're working 21 straight days and you got 3 days off. So on your 3 days off, you're
at Showgirls. Yep. Yeah. What's medium or what's poverty level up in Fort Mac? Was it like 71,000 or 72,000, something like that?
Oh, the poverty line was $90,000 a year.
Well, yeah.
If you made under $90,000 a year, you were considered a poor person.
We're at the bar.
Yeah,
We're
the
at
bar.
radio and we're fucking broke.
Yeah. Yeah. If you worked in it. No kidding. So, but did the radio guys get paid good there in
No.
line with everybody else or no?
No,
You still
you
got
got paid well for radio, considering what the rest of the
because the
industry
cost of
is
living
paying.
up in Fort Mac is expensive in its own right too.
At
Because you
the
get
time
paid
it
well,
was,
but
yeah.
everything costs a shit ton.
Yeah,
right?
not anymore. Prices have dropped a lot. It's much
Okay.
more affordable now. But when I moved there December 2nd, 2014. It was minus 35 outside when I stepped off the plane, and the price of oil was $140 a barrel. 6 months later, it was $60 a barrel. And I moved there, and it was 25, 30-minute wait to get into any bar, any restaurant. It was a 30-minute wait to go to a porta potty. It was nuts. We were paying $2,500 a month for a 3-bed, 1-bath apartment above a restaurant where you shared a hot water tank in a 110-year-old house that used to be the jail cell.
Holy shit!
It was nuts.
Good
Was that
times.
the one
Said
above?
nobody.
No, that was when you moved in with Pete, right? That was above.
Yeah.
Was that above Mitchell's? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that was above Mitchell's with a great view of the downtown 7-Eleven. And let me tell you, I smell some shit.
So we're on this 10-year roll here. You did 2 years of hell in northern Manitoba. Now, how many years of hell did we put up with in Fort Mac before you bounce out of there?
Well, it wasn't years of hell. Those were the glory years. That was some of the best times of my life.
Okay.
I would agree
but
with Brad on that. Yep.
I was there for 5 years. I did 2.5 years, and then the fire happened, and I decided I want to be a TV star and moved down to Edmonton for 8 months to work at City TV. And then I realized makeup's really fucking expensive. So then I got back into radio and started doing a morning show, and that was 4 years ago now. So I did another 2 years after that. So it was kind of a split shift, if you will.
Okay.
I think I have you.
And now you're out in Kelowna on 96.7 KFM, or how do you say it? What's your handle out there?
Yeah, K96.3 in Kelowna, and then they just, for whatever reason, syndicated our show to K97.5 in Kamloops. So there's
Awesome.
you go.
Well, it's not that you don't have a face for TV, Mister.
He doesn't have a face for TV. Look at this thing.
Oh
boy, look at Courtney in the back. Look how young Courtney looks. Jesus.
Holy
That's
shit!
a young Courtney Terrio.
Right?
Look at you go. Maybe you don't have a face for TV. I take that back.
Sorry?
Is that from the Spank Bank Lassie?
That's from the Spank Bank.
Yeah.
Spank Bank's all loaded up here.
Oh man.
No.
So
Everybody can trash Fort Mac all they want, but for the amount of money that came out of the oil fields, it went back into the community, which was like fivefold cool. Like the most giving community that I've ever worked and lived in.
Fucking crazy.
It was.
Cool. We all
Radio
joke about it, but yeah, I've heard it's great up there. It's just a gnarly place to live in the winter. And I mean, even the summer there, you don't get summer like the rest of us because it's so far up there. I mean,
You do. Summers there were awesome because the sun is up all day. The sun's up from 4 a.m. until 1A, 2A. So you come out of the bar, shit pumped, and you're like, fuck, is it 2 in the afternoon? The amount of times I'd wake up at 4 in the afternoon doing a morning show, and I thought it was 4 in the morning. Could not tell you. Scared the shit out of myself. Way too often. But you 25, 26 in the summer, so it's warm, not too hot.
Yeah.
So it was the summers there were awesome, but they were just winters were pretty brutal.
Yeah. Summers are short,
Charlie.
winters are long.
Yeah. How's he doing?
He's good. He's in Fort Mac actually right now. He's he's recovering from double neck surgery that he had in the spring.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, we took him to wiener dogs are half a dog long or half a dog high and dog and a half long. So they have disc issues generally, and he had a slip disc that we rushed him down to Vancouver to get this thing fixed to what was supposed to be the best vet in Western Canada, and drop him off. I'm like, all right, we'll do the surgery, and he's got a real good chance of recovery. He's still walking, yada yada yada. It should be 3 weeks. He should be good to go. I'm like, all right, perfect. Yeah. And they call back like 8 hours later. They're like, yeah, we took out the wrong disc. Like, oh,
yeah, what?
What? You took out the wrong disc? Yeah, his bones are really small, so we didn't count right. I was like, oh, okay.
Thanks. Yeah.
So we have to go back tomorrow and take out the right disc. I'm like, oh, all right. So
How long has he been up there now?
What's that, Glass?
How long has he been up there now?
Oh God, we brought him up there in the spring, so a couple months.
So you don't get a bill for that, right?
No,
when they take out the wrong disc and then have to do it again.
Yeah, they paid back our copay and everything, which was kind of nice. It was scary for a bit because they think he had a stroke after the first surgery or into the second surgery. So we got him back and he was paralyzed on his right side. So we had to rehab him for like 3 months and stuff. And then
poor guy.
Real estate in Kelowna is insane like it is across the rest of the country. So our landlord sold the condo on us, and trying to find a pet-friendly place was nutso. So we decided to ship him off to the in-laws, and they have been really good at rehabbing him at Doggy Disneyland. They're both retired, so it's been pretty good for him.
Doggy Disneyland,
right on.
Do you remember this, Brad?
Oh my God,
we had fun.
30. You guys lost 37-1.
Yeah. So this is a 3-on-3 pond hockey tournament they do every February.
We playing fucking Wayne Gretzky and the Edmonton Oilers that day.
Brad was probably our Wayne Gretzky. That was about it.
Bonds, listen to this. This is look at number one. Look at Glassy's skates.
They were nice skates.
Says it all.
Those things are New Zealand alone would have looked at those in 1915 and been like, "Those are vintage. Where did you get those? The 1800s."
Right.
The entire team. So it's a 3-on-3 tournament they have for an annual festival, and we put a team in just for fun because look at us, we're not in great shape. We're a bunch of fat, not a shape radio people. We didn't think we'd be as bad as we were, but we show up to the first game. The other team has matching uniforms instead of the ones the tournament provided us, and we were like, okay, we're kind of fucked. But the whole week leading up to this tournament, Glassy kept going on about how good of a hockey player he is. Glassy was the greatest player of all time. Did you know that in Pee Wee hockey, I was Sean Horkoff's third line center? Just wait until you see me out there, Carper. I'm unbelievable. I'm tall, a solid two-way center. Talked like he was, the next coming of Eric Lindros.
Yeah.
And then steps onto the ice, and it was like watching Bambi on
trash. Oh, there it is.
So
I'm trying to find it. I'm trying to find it right there. It is. Here's a good photo of me. Gee. All right. Hold on. Carry on.
So he was the absolute opposite of what he bragged about. He wasn't Wayne Gretzky. He was like, I'm trying to think of the worst.
He was like me. He was like, if I got the call to play for Team Canada, now the NHLs aren't going.
I was more like that.
He was. It was rough. It was. Yeah, that's Glassy on the ground. That was what he did most of the time. He just laid on the ice and blocked shots. There was with a Sherwood. Is that an aluminum stick, or I think you had a wooden stick at the time?
I'm still trying to get over the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle pants on our guy here on the right.
That's Troy. Old Dixon.
Good Lord.
Yeah, we had some good times indeed.
I almost had to scrap a guy to protect Glassy at one point because he kept laying down on the ice. He couldn't skate, so he just decided he'd go out there, and he's like 19 feet long, right? He'd go out there and block all the shots.
Just lay in front of the net. Yeah.
And the other teams were getting mad. They were still beating us like 15-0, but they were getting mad because he kept doing that. And one guy whacked him in the ass really hard, so I almost had to auto shed. Glassy just he'd finish a game and he'd get up and be like, "Oh, guys, I don't think I can do it anymore. I gotta stop blocking shots." He'd pop 4 Advil, pound a couple beers in the next game. The first thing he'd do, block a shot again. And you're like, Jesus, settle down.
Crazy.
That was good.
So you leave. You're in Kelowna now. Tell me about your best and worst experience on air over your 10 years, because you're pretty young. You don't look all that old and stuff. So you've been in it 10 years, but 10 years is a good go. So take me through your shittiest time on air. And
you got a good one, Brad.
Royally buggered up, and then tell me your favorite time on air.
What's my really buggered up time, Glassy?
No, not buggered up. I was going to pull the clip of you guys at an Oil Barons game when you all decided to jump on, I think it was Knox or something. You didn't realize you were live.
Fuck. Yeah, I was just
remember that?
Crazy F-bombs. Just an insane. I had no idea I was on the air. We were at a ring.
Driving down the road. Yep, Knox has got it all figured out. Yep, rolling. And all of a sudden, and it was like,
that's awesome.
Yeah, we were testing the equipment for a hockey game because I did play-by-play for the hockey team, and Yeah, check 1, 2. I think it's fucking working. Knox, what about you? Yeah, fuck, okay. Yeah, didn't realize we were on the radio at the moment. Ugh. So,
Good times. That gets you fired or reprimanded or a little pee-pee slap or what?
yeah, I've dropped a fair amount of F-bombs on the radio, and I haven't been reprimanded. It's not so much that you do it. It's more so if someone takes the initiative to send a complaint into the CBSC or the CRTC, that's kind of when you get in doo-doo.
Right.
You could ask Dean
That's
about
hilarious.
that one, Bondzee. You could ask Dean about that one.
Yeah, Dean would
Dean
know.
knows all about that.
Dean's got the record. I'm still waiting for my first CBSC complaint. I mean, Christ, I haven't been in the business yet. I haven't been fired, and I have no CBSC complaints. I've been at it for 10 years. I'm not doing too great.
Good for you. Oh, you did win a big award, Mister youngest. What was it? It's called. I got to go back in my notes here. You won some award for the best young. There it is, right there.
You won the WAB.
The Bradley Karp 2016, not a bit, or 2018.
What year is that?
You won the Alan Walters Award for Best Young Broadcaster of the Year in 2019.
The Alec Baldwin Award?
It says the Alan Walters Award in my notes.
Oh, yeah, Steve Young, Alan Waters, Young,
yada yada yada. You don't give 0.0 fucks about that award.
Wasn't that from you won the Ted Rogers from Fort McMurray?
See, if it was Glassy, he would be fucking bragging about that award every single night on this show.
Yeah, I was single at the time. I put in my Tinder profile. Didn't do too much for me. Actually. It's disappointing, but
see, Glassy would still ride it hard, though. He would.
It was a really neat experience. It is, in the business, that's kind of like winning Rookie of the Year in the NHL. That's like the big, for any broadcaster under the age of 30, that's the big national award. So it was a really neat honor. It was a really cool experience, and it's really nice when all of the radio companies come at you and they say, we want you to work for us, and they start throwing cash your way. So it was good for that. That's for sure. It's what brought me to Kelowna. Actually, was winning that award. So.
How long you been in Kelowna now, Brad?
Coming up on 2.5 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this home now or
good photo? Yeah.
I guess you never know in radio. Here today, gone tomorrow. But do we foresee staying in Kelowna for a long time, or what's the plan?
You never know.
Bondzee,
you never know. I moved to Fort Mac with a 1-year plan, and I was there for 5. And I would like to do. I'm a pretty competitive guy. I'd like to do major market mornings. That's I think the end goal for a lot of people. I want to compete against the best. So if the day comes, and when the day comes, I'll be happy to go there. But in the meantime, Kelowna is not a bad place to live, as long as the city isn't burning down around me. So
right. So you've lived in Montreal. You've never been on radio out there, but you're from there. You live there. Then you've been done a bunch of spots out west along the way, Alberta, BC. I'll put you on the spot. What's your favorite place? Is it back home in Montreal? Is it Fort Mac? Does it take the cake, or what's number one?
Depends on what you're looking for. Montreal is my favorite city. It's such a unique. If you've never been, it's such a unique.
I
city.
never have. I heard it's the place to be, though.
Yeah, you gotta go.
Putin.
It's nuts. It's a really fun place. It's so different from the rest of Canada, and where other major cities in this country, Vancouver, Toronto, it's very work oriented, and it's all kind of about competing with the Joneses and making bank and stepping up your game in a way. People in Montreal just want to have a good time and live life, and it's all about enjoying your life and not necessarily about living to work, but working to live, and just. The culture is such that after you finish your office gig at 5 o'clock, they, instead of calling it a happy hour, it's called a 5 à 7, which in English is a 5 to 7. So any of the bars in the city between the hours of 5 and 7, so they have all their drink specials, and you go with all your coworkers and you have a drink or two, an appetizer, and then you go home and you have dinner with your family. And it's just a city where everyone loves to get together and socialize. And it's not necessarily about getting fucked up all the time, which is kind of what it is a bit more out west. I find the drinking culture here it's way more about getting as blitzed as you can. In Montreal, it's just a bit more about hanging out and drinking with your friends and your family. And like beer, a 2-4 beer is like $24, and they don't ID you at the bars. So it's great.
Wow. Perfect. Well, that's awesome. Look,
Brad,
it's been so you've
go
been
ahead.
out there. Sorry, go ahead, Glossy.
Well, I haven't had a chance. I want to circle back. This past summer, you went through the wildfires up in Kelowna and the province, on fire.
Send me a trigger warning first, Glassy. Jesus.
I know,
Sorry.
eh?
2021, man.
I should have sent it in the
Beep,
private
beep,
chat.
here
Yeah,
comes the Glossy bus.
What did you? How did you apply 2016 in Fort McMurray to what you did on the air in Kelowna this past year?
CNN Glassy, investigative
CNN?
journalist Glassy. Hot damn.
Hey, yeah. I got a minor for you after this too, but go ahead.
Yeah. Well, same rules apply, right? It was it was about being on the air. Like there was one night where it was really bad and it looked like we could lose a pretty good section of West Kelowna and one of the bigger neighborhoods out there. So it was just about being, on the air, being live and being present and making sure that people had the info they needed. And that was it. Like radio isn't terribly complicated. I think radio people like to overcomplicate the business and the on-air aspect of it. It's about emotion and it's about connection. And if you can do those two things, you'll be pretty successful. If you can have people listen to your show, whether it's a natural disaster or just a regular Tuesday and everyone's driving to work, if you can have people listen to your show and you can make them feel an emotion, whether it's happiness, anger, sadness, curiosity, or whatever, then you've done your job. You've kind of
a distraction of life, basically.
Yeah, you've kind of grabbed them through a little bit and shaken them out of their daily routine.
That's what I tell him over there. It's a distraction of life.
He's a distraction, or you're a distraction? I think
he's a distraction.
He's the fucking distraction, bro. I mean, just look at him. Come on. So you go through all that and the fires and stuff, and now you've lived through these floods and stuff. Has it affected you down where you are, Brad, and stuff? And how has that been for the people in your area?
Yeah, Kelowna, not so much. Merritt is about 45 minutes, an hour away. They got hit with the fires in the summer, and then they got flooded bad in the fall. So a lot of them have just kind of started coming back home. We had a lot of evacuees here. It screwed up the supply chain, obviously, with the Coquihalla, which is the big highway between Vancouver and really the rest of Canada. It's the main link, that being shut down for a month. So there were a couple of days here where you couldn't get meat or anything in the grocery store. There was no produce left because people don't understand how trucks work. But we're an advanced society. It's a first world country. We'll get there one day.
Right? Oh my God.
It's awesome.
It was hell down here. It was crazy.
I don't know how you did it, Glassy. You're 9 feet tall, so you probably just had
I am. I pulled this photo up.
Your back.
This is a good
you
one.
were just handing them off.
Look
to the
at this
helicopters.
I'm a foot taller than Brad in this photo.
I know. That's a big head on that man. Look at that.
I know, dude. His neck is gargantuan. It kind of hides. The collars hide him. And then he's got this elongated face and these big ass fucking legs. Good on him. I mean, fuck, he makes me look like a dwarf and you too. So
when you take a picture on Microsoft Paint and then you stretch it out and it all looks all distorted, that's Glassy. He's a human version of that.
100%.
He's just a normal distortion.
Let's go back in the mine here. Ooh, boy.
No.
Oh, Glassy hit me hard with the.
That's me on the left, by the way. In case you're wondering.
You're kidding.
That's beautiful.
That's bar mitzvah, Brad.
What a jerk, eh, Brad?
No, that's okay. I'm all into it. That's fine. I referenced. I can't remember why I was referencing that the other day, but I was 13 years old. That's bar mitzvah, Brad. Found out I needed glasses, and for some reason wandered over the unisex glasses section, and I picked out those bad boys. The same ones that my 50-year-old aunt had. So nothing better than showing up to Christmas dinner and realizing as a 13-year-old boy.
Look, Auntie Margaret, we have the same glasses. You're 86 and I'm 14.
She's 52, okay?
Sorry. I did jump a little high there for an aunt age. Be more like grandma, but grandma probably had the same glasses too, Brad.
Yeah. I thought they looked like Batman glasses for some reason. I don't know. I was kind of fucked up.
I love the word Brad right now because my son's named Brad. So lest you think I'm making fun of you. I watched what was that movie last night? With Will Ferrell and Muscles. Wahlburger with Donnie.
Okay.
Not Donnie. You know the movie I'm talking about? What the hell is it called?
No.
Oh, come
I
on,
don't do Hollywood or pop culture.
Oh, really? Come on.
Yeah, I don't like movies.
Anyways, it was an awesome movie, and nerd like Will Ferrell's name is Brad, and Buddy always goes Brad.
Was
Loser
that the
Brad.
Good Cop Bad Cop movie with them?
No, it wasn't the Good Cop Bad Cop. It was I'll be damned if I. No, not the other guys. It was like
The other
Okay,
guys.
moving on.
The other
Don't ask me.
guys.
No,
Next
it
topic,
wasn't the
let's
other
go.
guys.
No?
Fuck, it's gone.
It's gone.
No, I'm gonna. I have to find it right now.
Oh my
Okay, hold on. We'll be right with you.
After these
Can we take
messages.
Can we throw it a
I hate when you
Go
say
ahead,
that.
Google it. We'll
I
wait.
really do. No, please do wait. You're gonna wait. It's coming up.
Welcome to the
Daddy's
shit
home.
show, Brad.
Daddy's home.
I'm
one
just
of the-
impressed that. Oh, Daddy's home.
Daddy's home. You got it. You
Oh,
haven't
okay.
seen that?
Yeah, that's
Are you
I
sure
haven't
that's a
seen it.
video that we might watch, with a family, or something you might watch
Oh,
by
sure.
yourself?
Yeah, whatever. I've seen. Never mind. Good save, Bondzee. It's Christmas. I almost ruined Glassy's Christmas. Daddy's Home is the name of the movie. Will Ferrell. It's Mr. Muscles, and it's a hilarious movie. And anyways, it's lost on us now, the whole thing. So I'm sorry for that.
Yeah, that was high quality. Good thing this is free.
So
I guess on that note, Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, and thanks for joining us on the show.
Daddy's home.
No problem. I'm gonna go watch
And
Daddy's
it's
Home
not a porn,
and
Brad.
cry.
I swear. I swear.
How did you land Bonnie Henry, by the way? That was an amazing bit a year ago.
You make it sound like it was a little more than it was, Glassy. I did not in that way. Not like that. Certainly not like that.
That's from Big Chris from Cool 101 and Barry. Put that out on the old eBay today.
That's awesome.
I just emailed her office.
Oh yeah.
I feel like Bondzee's done with me, but Glassy wants to keep asking me questions. This is
I'm not done with
a
you.
job interview, and like one of you was like, "I like him a lot," and the other one's like, fuck this guy."
No, I just kind of got put off because I just felt like I blew it with the whole. You thought I was talking about some dirty porn movie all of a sudden.
Well, I wish it would have been way more entertaining when you said Will Ferrell and the Muscles guy. I was like, hot damn,
What?
he's been on my search history, hasn't he?
Anyways, I blew the end of this interview. The rest of it was pretty good, man. And Brad, I really do thank you for joining us. You're a funny dude, man, for sure. I'd love to have you back.
Anytime. I have no life.
Don't even let the end of the interview fool you. But this
Well,
was
now
really
I have a good
funny.
idea to make my own porno, so I'm gonna make my own Daddy's Home.
Well, listen, I don't know if you know this, but I got 3 testicles, mister. So we can make a, if you're into making some weird ass
yes,
porn,
it's true.
we can go viral.
Yeah.
You can't.
We
end an
call it
interview
a
by
swelling.
telling
He
man
calls it 3 testicles.
you have 3 testicles, and then
Yeah.
say, "We'll see you next time." I need a little further explanation
You're
here.
welcome.
didn't really
No,
tee
we'll
up
leave
there.
it at that. You're welcome. I have
God.
3 balls. Thanks for joining us. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Discount here with 2 of them.
Before Brad goes, I do have a rip, and Brad, I think I asked you if I could play this the other day. I don't know if I played it or not, but this is Brad. He does a morning rip, kind of like
Yeah,
leveling
this is funny.
everybody back to humanity, like because
Well,
we're collectively.
It's
Go
a,
ahead.
it's a daily
You set
editorial.
it up.
Yeah,
You
it's
set it
just I do a daily editorial. I riff on whatever the hell. Way too much COVID lately because that's all there is to talk about. I'm pretty sick of talking about that. But is it the one where I'm sick of the restrictions that are coming again that we were told
Yes.
that weren't? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I'm
today's-
angry. That's all.
Today's fuck it was actually pretty good too, by the way. But tell Alicia that if you get a chance when you see her tomorrow. That was pretty good. I like that. But anyways, here's the rip.
Here's Brad sharing his thoughts. This should be quick.
So, 24 hours after saying no new restrictions ahead of Christmas, we have 2/3 of the band, Bon and Dix, with a 1 o'clock COVID update with a technical briefing later today. Think we all know what that means.
Because you're saying what we're all thinking. And that's the beauty part of it, right?
Yeah.
That's the
I
beauty
love
part.
it.
Just trying.
Hey, Brad, coming up. We got 2 months left. Hey.
Hey, Bondzee, have you heard the story from me, like the origination?
Have
of
I
this?
heard the story? This motherfucker has told this story. I've known him for about
No,
5
not
months.
from Brad's
I've heard it.
perspective.
Have you
Okay,
heard the non-glassified version of the
All
story?
right, please. I'm
The
dying
story
to hear it.
not from the view of, like, you know how there's 3 sides to every story. Well, with Glassy, there's 4. So
He's not wrong.
I can understand this. Tell me, I want to hear it.
when the email went out, and Glassy was the head of our health and safety committee at the time, let me remind you. So when the email goes out from the head of the health and safety committee at your workplace that says, on this date, please move all of your vehicles from the parking lot because I'm going to be blowing up a can of beans in a microwave. You begin to question your sanity and the sanity of those around you.
He's not wrong.
And
I think it was an hour and 12 minutes at minus 13 or 15 or whatever.
It was cold. It was freezing cold, and Glassy was out there at the far end, back end of our parking lot with about 14 extension cords, broadcasting.
Oh, it's his proudest moment in the world too, Brad. I don't know if you know this, but I have heard countless times how proud. Did you know, Bondzee, I did this Super Bowl soup thing in the microwave or chili thing in the microwave. Fuck, dude, I am so sick and tired of hearing it. I dread Super Bowl this year because it's coming up, and he's going to talk about again is this chili in a fucking microwave in a parking lot.
Bondzee, don't you dare disrespect the beans like that. He's 5-2, man. He's 5-2.
4 I gotta give him that.
4-2. 4-2. He's 4-2. I tell you, got to bet the beans every year. You got to bet the beans. But
I'm betting against the beans this year. I am going against the beans. The beans are due for a win.
You're fading the beans?
Yeah, I'm going for the
bad
beans.
idea. I wouldn't fade the beans.
He's not going to go 5-2. There's no way. There's no way.
Of course they will.
Why not?
Look, we thought there was no way they'd go 1-0, and there's no way they'd go 2-0, and 3-0, and 4-0. Okay, let alone 5-2. I mean, come on.
Fucking dragging.
No, they're due. I'm going beans.
My favorite is that it gets more dangerous every year. First, it was the work parking lot in the middle of winter and like a really shitty work microwave that he stole from. Didn't you get that from Microwave Mountain in the Gregoire?
No. I got that from a listener in Timbo. He dropped it off at the station.
And then he blows it up in the parking lot at work, live on the radio, which I'm sure was thrilling for everyone to hear. It hasn't blown up yet for 4 hours. And then now moves to his backyard in Chilliwack, where his cans explode over the fence and nearly decapitate children on a playground. So
that's true. Yeah, that was
Cats beware.
Was that 2 years ago? I think that was 2 years ago.
I lost the beans. I don't know where they went, Brad. They went in the playground somewhere. There were kids screaming.
On too.
Right over the fence into the park. There's kids playing. You hear them, eh? Boom.
Imagine if you're a parent and then you just see this can of beans shoot over the fence, flaming hot, on fire, spilling everywhere, and your child gets struck by this thing in the head. 3rd-degree burns. You have to rush into the emergency room, and then all of a sudden, around the corner, you see this gallivanting giraffe-human hybrid coming at you. Glassy, where's my beans?
Right.
You could say to yourself, am I in a movie? And is life over?
It was pretty epic, yes. But this year we will attempt to go 5-2. So there we go.
I'm calling 4-3.
All right, Bondzee, I'm cutting myself off. How about that?
All right.
Brad,
thank you so much for having us.
Much love, Brad.
It's been a real blast. You're a funny fella, and I look forward to having you back. I really do.
Cheers, guys.
Thanks for taking the time to join us, man.
Thanks,
Merry
Brad.
Christmas.
Appreciate it.
Right on. That's Brad Karp, everybody. He's a funny dude, man. Thanks for getting that guest. Way to go, Glassy. Finally pulling your weight around here.
Love him. Seriously, you can find him at Bradley Karp on Twitter. And he posts some pretty awesome stuff. Posts a rip every day. And great buddy of mine. Love to have him. Thanks for making the time, Brad. I know you're still sitting there. So
yeah, that was good laughs for sure. Well, let's end the show. We've been an hour and 3 minutes. Let's roll. We got a bunch of quick photos and videos too. Some good ones tonight. So what do you got?
Hold on one sec here. There we go.
Hold on.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
mullet wearing, beer guzzling, twirling, tornado swilling dude is my buddy. I like that guy.
Brutal. Absolutely.
What else you got?
You sent me this one, I believe.
Did you see that guy hit the pavement, dude? I gotta give him kudos, though. If you watch the video, he pounded 2 beers, lickety split. The second one was a bit of a struggle. He had a little bit of a comeuppance, if you will, afterwards.
That was brutal. Just a brutal.
He takes about 10 steps, rocking it like a champ, and then just went, doink.
Brutal.
Just play it one more time and cut it off when he hits the fucking pavement, please.
All right. Absolutely brutal.
Wild.
Absolutely brutal. I couldn't believe
And all
that.
the boys, there's nothing worse, though, than getting cheered on by the brew crew in the back. They're like, encore, one more, just chug one more.
Brutal.
It was awesome. What else we got?
We have a the Corona. We did the Corona. Let's go with this one.
I'm fascinated. I am fascinated by Charlie Woods. You thought Tiger Woods was good and kicked ass and his dad made him into what he was? Tiger Woods will put in half the effort. And maybe I don't even mean it in those words. Should be careful with my words there. I just think that the DNA is there. The knowledge is there. The want is there. Charlie Woods he's going to beat all of his dad's records. Charlie Woods is the next protege. Charlie Woods is the next shit, the real shit. It's going to be awesome to watch. He's 12. Those mannerisms that he has from his dad, only good can come of that. Now, hopefully he doesn't go and bang all these dirty little hookers and side stuff. And I think he'll be on the straight and narrow. Old Tiger will make sure, son, I had a pretty good run. I won 15 majors. Was married to your mom for a long time, but I also frolicked quite a bit. Got me into a bit of a trouble. It really did. But listen, he paid his dues. He went to sex. He had to go to, like a lot of people go to rehab for booze, drugs, alcohol. He went for all three. He went for sex, drugs, and alcohol. He's my hero. If I'm going to rehab, that's what I'm telling. Yeah, it wasn't just the drugs or the booze, folks. I went for the sex too. They'll be like, Bondzee, you were just on the bus for 9 months with 0.0000000000000. Okay, we get it, you fuck. Didn't have sex for 9 months on the bus. Suck it. It's coming, okay? Go ahead to Ontario. You got some girls there that like me. It's coming. Anyways, Tiger Woods' son Charlie's going to be the prodigy. What else? I got a few. My producer bounced on me. I don't know where he went. He's just like, listen, you're coming out of this video. It's all you. I gotta go. I'll be back. Maybe. So it's just me right now, flying solo. Excuse me. I got a couple of funny pictures to show you here. I don't even know where to start because here's a good one. Now you can see two things here. A lot of you might see a lovely bridge that you're about to drive through. Me being on a bus for 9 months alone, all I see is the most sexiest ace just ready to be a little tappity tappy. Really, Bondzee? That's where. Listen, I told you it's been 9 months. You see a bridge, I see a sexy ace. Look at the curvature. Nice little bum, black little bikini bottoms, thighs. Where are the walls of the tunnel? I don't need to point it out to you. All you degenerates see it too. That's why you guys love my show. I'm speaking of the choir. It's Reverend Bondzee, by the way. Speaking of Reverend Bondzee, I will be going to it's happening, Campbell River, February 22nd. I will be performing a wedding in Campbell River, BC. Old Reverend Bondzee, my second one ever. What else have we got here? Oh, yeah, breaking news. I don't know if it's so breaking anymore, but the NHL players will definitely not be going to the upcoming Olympics in Beijing, it's disappointing, but listen, I mean, the writing was on the wall with all the shit going on there. They were told that if they were, and listen, they are still allowed to go. Let me point that out. If an NHL player so chooses to go, he can, but he has to be warned. There's a good chance 5, 6, 7 weeks he might not become if he ends up testing positive for COVID. That is definitely in play. It really sucks that all this is happening again over Christmas and stuff. I know my boys. I'm a huge fan of these guys, the Glorious Sons. They were going to play at a monumental show on New Year's Eve in their hometown, Kingston, Ontario, at the Leon Center. So now it's been rescheduled for March 19th. I really do hope my ass will be in Kingston for that show now that it's been moved. But it is unfortunate. I had a ton of friends that were looking forward to going to that show and stuff. And it is what it is. It's just unfortunate. What else do we got here? Jake Paul. I don't know if you watched this fight on the weekend, but it was a bit of a lackluster fight. I missed it. I was watching some Christmas movies on the Saturday night when this shook down. And he fought Tyrone Woodley for, I think, a third time. Anyways, kind of crickets, boring. But, this guy's a real deal. He's got a shiner there. It's glowing and flowing. But, after a fight, when you're so dedicated to what you can and can't eat, that guy had a nice little feast. And this thing is definitely following him around everywhere because love him or hate him, Jake Paul and his brother are going nowhere. And these guys making money hand over goddamn fist. Started as YouTube stars. Now they're these like weird boxing sensations. And I don't know. This whole world's gone for a shit. COVID. They're boxing sensations. That was funny today. That was posted from, I believe that was our boy Lindley who posted that. Maybe I get it wrong, but I don't know. Like I said, I got a band in here, so I'm trying to figure out where all this comes from. I don't know what that's from. And what else? No, that's about it. That's all I got for that. Oh, and here's a little video. It's my boy explaining the unfortunate situation for New Year's Eve for Glorious Sons fans.
Hi guys, Brad here. Coming with the unfortunate news, the inevitable news that we're going to have to reschedule the New Year's Eve show at the Leon Center for March 19th. there's too many local restrictions and provincial restrictions due to the COVID variant that really make it so that we couldn't put on the kind of show that we would want to for you anyways. So it is what it is. We're going to live to fight another day. Keep a lookout for a message from Ticketmaster that will be providing you with more details. The good news is we're releasing a live concert video on New Year's Eve of our first show ever at the arena. You've all heard it on the Little Prison City album, but you'll be able to watch that if you're lonely, and maybe we'll be able to keep you some company that way. Thanks. Love you. Bye.
Love those guys. Glorious Sons, one of the greatest bands in the world. Not brand new, but definitely kicking ass out of Ontario, Canada. These guys have really been on a tear. And every time, like, it's got to be so frustrating. You know, they were this new up and coming band, brand new, and the number one new band in Ontario and across Canada, killing it, even in the States, Europe, everywhere. And then every time they try to go back out on tour, shows are getting canceled here and there. So anyways, go support them. Love those guys. Glorious Sons are the shit. And let's see if I got any more left here. I'm still rolling this show on my own. I think we played everything else. Let me see what this is. We already played that. All right. I think that's it. That's all. Thanks, folks. It's been an hour and 16 minutes. I got bailed on by my producers, so I'm going to run the end of the show tonight. God bless each and every one of you for watching the show. Thank you so much. Wade, I hope Doe's okay. Listen, Christmas is a few days away. We didn't even get to our special segment. Buddy didn't even load in the pictures. He just ghosted on me, so sorry. We'll give you the degenerate of the degenerate last-minute Christmas gift ideas on Friday night. We're going to have a couple of musical guests as well. Join us Friday night. It'll be Bondzee Live, Christmas Eve, on Trippin' with Bondzee on YouTube and the Dean Blundell Network. Peace and love. Have a great rest of the day. It's almost over, but have a great rest of the week. Hopefully you get all your shopping done. That's it. That's all. You take care. Let me get to the video here so we can close things out, and I'll say goodbye. That's it. That's all. Bye. Love you.